especially the season of fall. And so when we're in the season of fall, when we're going into, I don't know why it knocked me out, but we're going into the season of fall, the leaves change. I love seeing the leaves on the trees change. Like, they are so beautiful. They go to this gold and red, and you know, it's just so, and the greens and golds and reds, and it's just so pretty to look at. And I'll just sit outside my window and just gaze at the trees just changing colors. It's so beautiful to me. And as the seasons are changing, y'all, of course, we have to prepare our minds, bodies, and spirits, of course, because we are more than just the physical, and we're more than just the spiritual. We have to make sure that we prep ourselves when the seasons change, when we go into another cycle. And I'll probably talk about that sometime next week, because we'll be going into the autumn or the fall season. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, somewhere in there, the 20th through the 22nd is the fall equinox. And so we want to prep ourselves with the foods, the exercises, the movements, all of that. We want to, you know, just get ready. And of course, right now we want to get as much sunlight as we possibly can. Get in as much sun right now before, you know, it becomes winter and we start hibernating. But I definitely want to talk about my dream last night. My dream, I feel like, is not just for me. I feel like it's for the collective. I know a few days I didn't share my dreams, and they were for me. And I know y'all probably say, every time you get on here, you say, these dreams are not for me, they're for all of us. And that's what these dreams are that I share publicly on this platform. But dreams that I have that I feel like are messages just for me, I don't really share those publicly. I may do a video and keep it private and go back to it. But in this dream, I was with a group, felt like my family again. And a family member, someone close to me, passed down a substantial amount of money. And they gave it to me. It wasn't in a digital form. It was in like monetary, physical paper form. And so they gave me over $1 billion. One of the bills that was given to me was $1 billion bill. Now, I've never seen $1 billion bill. I don't even know if they have $1 billion bill. But in my dream, I had $1 billion bill, and looking at it, even seeing it right now, going back into the dream and seeing it, it just had this little magical aura about it. It didn't have a face on it. That was another thing that was really beautiful about it. It did not have a face like these ancestors of, you know, the other races and people who decided to come over here and take from our indigenous people and make it their land. It wasn't their faces, but it didn't have face on it at all. It did have a bead on it, and it kind of had like this glow to it, a sparkle, a glow to it. It was different. There were some other bills that I had as well, but the $1 billion bill just stuck out to me. I took this money and I put it in a pocket in my backpack. Now, I was still traveling with my family, and we purchased some things. We purchased, you know, some, you know, high ticket items, but of course, you know, you got over $1 billion, you know, spending a few thousand is not a lot. So I had a family member wanted to get some jewelry. I did that. I had a family member wanted to get some clothes. We got some clothes. We kind of upgraded ourselves. And then we got to a point where I said, okay, there's no more frivolous spending. We're going to use this money to create a family business. We're going to create a family business with this money. And we got to think about what we want this family business to be. I said, because even though we have $1 billion, we want this $1 billion to continue to make money over and over again. not just spend this $1 billion up. So we got to think about, what can we do? What business can we have? And this is me talking to, the family in the dream, the people who were my family in the dream. Now, there were other people, energies, forces, entities, members of the dream, who were trying to take this, they wanted to take this, money or currency from me, but they couldn't. It was like whatever they were trying to plot and scheme to get the money, it just didn't happen. And it wasn't even much that I had to do on my end. It just wasn't for them. They just didn't have the power to get it, because it was for me and my family. And because it was for me and my family, it was like, even though I could feel their energy of wanting to like try to take the money and trying to like scheme or scam to trick me to get the money out of my backpack, they couldn't touch it. It wasn't for them. And it was wonderful. So and I'm gonna go into, because I know you are already probably picking up different symbolisms of maybe where I'm getting ready to go with this. But I thought it was just magical dream. Now, the dream ended. I was going through different obstacles and talking to different family members. My mother was in the dream, and I was really telling them, we're going to use this money, to create a family business. Even though we have bought and upgraded ourselves, you have over $1 billion, you definitely going to look different. But I made sure that they came back and understood that this is going to be for something more than just physicality or purchasing stuff and for the look. We need an actual business that's going to sustain itself and constantly make billions over and over and over. Let's think about that. That's the only thing I remember in the dream that I kept saying to my family. I kept saying that over and over. Of course, it's telepathic. And then I remember waking up. And so as I've been pondering and thinking about this today, and I thought it was just a wonderful dream to have. And all of our dreams are wonderful to have, you all. I don't want you all to think that certain dreams are better than others. I don't want you all to think that love dreams, manifesting love is better than others, or manifesting money is better than others. All dreams, the fact that we have the capability to access different realms when this physical body is not active is magical and is powerful. No matter if you want to call your dream a nightmare, or if you want to say that dream was a horrible dream, all of it is bringing information to your awareness. It's bringing it to your forefront, to your consciousness, especially when you wake up in the energy of the dream, because it's giving you a message. It wants to wake you up to a certain type of consciousness of information that maybe you're not aware of, or you don't really get it here in this physical waking state, when this physical body is going through and doing all the things that it needs to do. You don't have time to slow down, and the subconscious mind gets to tap in to other parts of existences that we are and retrieve information in the form of symbolism, and then spit it back out to you, and then you take it when you wake up, and that's the work that you are having to do. And you don't have to go to any shaman. You are your own shaman. You don't have to go to any anybody, any high priest or priestess. You are your own high priest and priestess, that all of the work that you need to do, if you go to sleep with the correct intentions in mind and calm down the body and the breath, then you're able to tap into that information and retrieve it and then do the work here. I think all dreams are wonderful. No matter how you want to look at it, all of them are parts of us that we need to work on. And so going into the dream, I'm seeing it as a dream for the collective of beings who have been here in order to raise the frequency on this planet. All right. It has been for us a lot of work, right? We've been some durable beings, and I'm not just talking about right now in this physical realm. If you know, you know. I'm not talking about us being here in 2022. I'm talking about those of us who resonate with what I'm talking about, of our different existences being in various forms, in various dimensions, by various names and various physicalities. We've had different phenotypes, genotypes. We've been various genders, races. We've just been all different types of beings all over. And we've endured. We've endured because that was part of what we agreed to, of why we go to do different work at different places that we go to. We choose to do it. But now as the family is coming together, our family has come together. We are connected. This internet, y'all, I love it. And so it has brought us together, all of these beings, all of us, light workers, star seeds. We are able to connect here right now. You probably would never know me. These 90 subscribers I have, and that's a lot of people to me, y'all. 90 people is a lot. You put 90 people in a room, that's a nice size amount of people in the room. And so for you, 90 people, and probably, the 15 to 20 viewers who are going to watch this within the next week, and who knows how many who will watch this moving forward. We've endured. And now it's time for us to reap what we've put out. And nobody can take that away from us. Nobody can take that away from us. Okay, so talking about us being here, being there. We've been a lot of places for many, many lifetimes, y'all. And it is now a time of harvesting. And so for me, I always look at things from a higher perspective, because I know I'm just not a black woman that lives in Memphis, Tennessee on earth. All right. I know that what goes on here in our government and, these, I would say these, what's the word I'm looking for? These different groups, like the Masons and the Skull and Bones societies, and everything that's a part of the unseen hand. All of those different groups is just a small part of a small existence, that we are so much more than that. So most of the time when I'm speaking beyond here, because this is just a drop in the bucket of many drops that creates the all. This is just one. And I'm here, and I started Black Fit Witch. I started Black Fit Witch as it began as just an outlet, like, hey, I'm more than what I'm able to put out on other pages. And there are going to be some people who resonate with the information that is being brought to me from the divine. And so that's how all of this started. And of course, my dreams have always been vivid, and that's for a reason. So that's how the YouTube channel became. And so I started off telling you all about us as connecting my dream to the collective of star seeds and light workers and all the beings who know we are beyond this physical existence. It is now our time. It is now our time. It is definitely now our time. We can even go down into, okay, we can dumb it down even to the aspects of this 3D reality. For some of us, it's 4-dimensional. For some of us, it's 4D and 3D. For some people, it's still 3D. But here in this 3-dimensional reality, we have already last week saw the switching and the changing of the guard and ushering in the new energy with the harvest moon, the transitioning or the energy of what that was in England, Britain, wherever the hell these liars are, those entities that resided within the physical vessel of Elizabeth being released. And so everything here is in cycles. There's nothing we can stop from the cycles. We can't stop the cycles from occurring here in this realm. We can stop ourselves from being a part of the cycles. We can release ourselves from being a part of the cycles. But the cycles here will always occur here. That's the veil and the energy that is over this reality that's talked about in the Sophia story. The demiurge. If you all familiar with that. So that energy and everything that's over this part of our consciousness or subconscious mind is of a cycle. That's what this is. We are capable of releasing ourselves from that. And a lot of us have gotten to that point where we are raising our frequency beyond the cyclical plane because we're not attached to a lot of things that happen here. People start off with not being attached to holidays and then different things that go on in this realm. We're just not attached to it. And so going through all of that, going back to what I was saying here in this physical and phenotype of this physical vessel as being a black woman here on earth, that the changing of the guard has occurred. Now, when we have this go on, it's going on in the physical because we know it's already happened in the spiritual. But for me, I already have been going through these cosmic wars in the spiritual in another plane. I already knew that it is going to start occurring here in this physical plane because it had already occurred there. It's just, a mirror image of what's going on in my subconscious mind that's occurring in this physical realm. And now we're going to see ourselves raise up. So with me having the $1 billion and sharing it with my family, it's almost for the family on my spiritual side as well, because we've been doing the work for years and years and years. If we want to talk about it here in the cycle plane, we go on years and decades and all of that, and centuries. But we've been doing it, for a long time, based on the time frame here. We've been doing it, but this is just what we do. We do it to a point that it's not even, I can only look at it from a time stamp here, but this is just what we do. This is just what we do. This is just what we do. When I'm not on this realm, we don't really look at it from a time perspective, but here it's all about the time. And so now it has been released for us to start getting into our placement of where we're supposed to be now, of the switching or the change of the guards. Even in Tai Chi, there's this, we move this energy, the Chi ball, we switch hands. Even when I'm teaching Tai Chi, one hand is on top, then we switch, and then the other hand is on top, and that's what's going on right now, y'all. is switching. Now we're on top. But what has to happen now, because this has been here before, and it's been here, and it goes back and forth. You just can't remember. Because you can't remember don't mean it didn't happen. Right? So, there's been, we've been on top before, then we've been on the bottom. Then we'll be on the top, and then we'll be on the bottom. It's been a back and forth. And just because you don't remember doesn't mean it didn't happen. It's just now it's happening again. This time, on this earth plane, we have to learn that we have to do things different. For our physical selves here on this plane, we have to know we have to do things different than what has been done before, based on the vibrational frequency of the DNA that you're housed in right now. You're here to change the trajectory of the DNA that you decide to incarnate in on this plane. That's part of your mission. So with what has been given and the knowledge that's been endowed inside of you, it's now time for you to implement that. And you cannot waste it frivolously, whatever the word is, frivolously, on materialistic things. You cannot be of this world. You just in it. Don't forget that. And so, being that we are being handed over the rights to the forward flow or currency of this, what one may call new earth, a new plane of existence, we have to make sure we make the necessary movements based on the information we know on both the spiritual side and the physical side, to bring them together to change the trajectory of the existence of your DNA bloodline of moving forward. As a family, we're doing this as a collective, y'all. We're doing this as a collective. So the work that you're going to be doing of what we're getting ready to receive, because we're getting ready to receive some abundance, some real abundance. And right now we have to practice, because it's getting ready to come. So we have to practice and when I'm talking about abundance, y'all, I'm not just talking about, ooh, we got money to buy some land and some houses. Ooh, we got some money to buy some cars. No. You all can't fathom the type of abundance that I'm talking about. And neither can I. And sometimes when I'm talking, y'all, I'm channeling too. So physical Dina cannot either. But the spiritual aspect of me feels it. And it knows. So yes, I had gone. So the spiritual side knows that we can't fathom like the abundance that's occurring cosmically, that's going to be rained down onto us physically in the 3D, and tapping into the 4D consciousness mind of our existence. It is going to be some tremendous. I can't even put into words what's getting ready to happen over the next 25 years, y'all. Over the next 25 to 30 years, for those of us who will be here to experience it, it's going to be beautiful. For those of us who aren't here to experience it, it's still going to be beautiful, because because we're still going to receive that energy, because it's an energy, y'all. It's an energy. No matter if you're here or not, the abundance energy, this energy, this cosmic shower of energy that we're getting ready to receive is none other, all right? None that we've seen in our lifetimes. And I'm saying lifetimes, I would say over the last few thousand years here. And so it has rained down on this planet before, but it's been a while, y'all. It's been a while. We're getting ready to step into that. We have seen this approaching by the solar flares, by not just, I'm not talking about the cloud seeding weather, but the feeling of the changes of the natural weather causes in our world. The changing of the sun. The various eclipses that have been just coming year after year after year. I think it started in 2016, 2017. I think it was 2016 with the eclipses. All of these different things have been coming up year after year after year after year after year. Some of it we remember in our lifetime. Some of it we may have to pull up and look it up, because it was probably when we were little or before we were born. But it has been within this existing time frame, these thousands of years, And when I'm saying that within our existence, our lifetime, of the DNA. Our DNA has traveled, y'all. Reason why you are where you are on this earth, where you live, is based on your DNA. You have to be here for A, the DNA, for 2, for your cosmic energy chose this as well. I was talking to somebody earlier, and he made the comment about how other races have been able to, pass down their monetary gains of trust and different things like that. We're coming into an energy of where everything that our ancestors, that before our great-grandparents that far back, our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents may not have been able to give us, all of that is going to be rewritten. It's almost like you get a chance to just flourish. And you won't have to know much. You won't have to know much. You don't have to be no scientist. You don't have to be a politician, a lobbyist, or a lawyer, or a celebrity. It's energy. It's just like the Bible says, it rains on the just and the unjust. It's raining on the just and the unjust. Everybody gets a part of the pie, but it's only some of us who will have access only. Some access only. Just like I was the only one that had the $1 billion. I'm the only one that had the $1 billion bill. I was the one to tell them how we were going to use this money. Some of us will have leadership access and capabilities and qualities. And these roads, yeah, I'm sorry, it's jacked up. So yeah, that was my dream. That was, also what I wanted to share. Where's energetic, higher frequencies that want to come through. Of course, I always have to go back and listen to it as well. But I want to leave that with you today, tonight, this evening, this morning, whatever you decide to watch this. Let what I said really drop in your spirit. And your soul essence, that cosmic fire inside of you that connects to the star systems and the galaxies upon galaxies beyond the plane of existence we can't fathom. And it's beyond the galaxies, for it has no galaxy. It is the Wu Wei. It is the total dark. It is the blackness from which everything comes from, which is you. Don't think too hard. Don't think too long, or you'll think wrong. Don't try to put a book of facts to it, because facts are just somebody else's opinion. Only thing that you need to do, I tell everybody, only thing that you need to do is tap in inwardly. You're knowing what you know. I don't give a damn about Edward Casey. I don't give a damn about none of these folks. I don't give a damn. Fuck all of them. I don't give a damn about nobody. I don't give a damn about nobody who talking about they went to Kemet and they got the scroll. Fuck all of them. I said it. Fuck them. It doesn't matter. Quit giving your power to the same people who had to go and do the same work you gotta do. They are no greater. They are no greater. No thing is greater than you. No thing. Nobody has more power than you. Nobody. I don't care how many books they got. I don't care how many documentaries they done. I don't care how many channelings they can do. I don't care who they say they tap into. Fuck all of them. Because that information, yes, was for them. That information maybe have been to raise somebody's consciousness. But the real power is in you. And if you tap into you, you'll get the same information. That is your fact. What's in you is facts. Your blood is facts. Your dreams are facts. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They are real. Once we tap in and we stop thinking of what they done told us, dreams don't mean nothing, yada, 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 and we really start tapping into it, I'm trying to get y'all into this. Get into this. Get into this. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. Get into it. I want more y'all. Record your dreams. Remembering your dreams. Recording your dreams. Remember your dreams. Knowing what you need to do in order to tap into your dreams, because that, you don't ever sleep. Somebody told me this a couple weeks ago, talking about how you still sleep when you'll sleep when you die. Ain't no sleeping when you die. We don't ever sleep. Ever. Our body, now this physical body is going to be back to this where it came from, because it's of this realm. We don't take anything that's of this realm with us anywhere else. It just stays here and it goes recycled. This is a world of recycling. This is a cyclical world, right? So it's only right that it goes back into the cycle. This physical vessel go back in the cycle. All of it, bones, blood, hair, nails, skin, it just go right back in. But the fire in us that's a part of the darkness of which we're created, it go forever. It never sleeps. It doesn't have to. What did he sleep for? It's omniscient. It's omnipresent. It's all powerful. All powerful me don't need no sleep. Sleep is for the physical manifestation of this, because the power of the fire of you is so powerful. Its physical vessel is of this realm. We are not. So it's trying to mesh. This earth plane is meshing in the physical vessel, this earth plane energy, with a fire energy that is every fucking thing. And it can do what it wants when it wants. So it's like, hey, I need to come here and do that. Poof. Let's create this. This is what it needs to be and needs to look like in order for these things to manifest and occur on this realm. Because this is power. This is power. All powerful. All powerful, y'all. When you see it, when you know it, then you feel it. You declare it. And then you start to just see it happen all over. I could go on and on and on and on and on about this, y'all, because I feel it so deeply, and I feel like the more that I'm talking about it, the more that it's penetrating out to you all even more, because I feel it deep down in me. I feel my fire residing in this physical vessel. But I'm gonna leave y'all there. I'm gonna let y'all sip on that for a while. Sip on that. Take these seeds, let them drop in your spirit, and wake you on up. Cause we waking up, y'all. Waking up. It's like, somebody trying to wake you up when you sleeping. They kind of got your shoulder and they doing this like, wake up. When you get up, some of us have gotten up. We like this now. They done woke you up, but now you like this. You like, what the fuck? What's going on? What? 11, why am I 12, 1 and 11? Why am I saying, what is all of this? Why am I saying all these codes? Huh? Why? So you having, synchronicities. Because you woken, you're awakened, you woke up now. So, yeah, y'all. I'm going to leave y'all in peace.